Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Tuesday, February 13th, 2024. All you guys and gals have one more day to go out and get something for your significant other if you already haven't done so. If you forget, it will be a day of misery. So let's not do that. Go out and do something nice for that special person in your life. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our goal is simple. We want to help you become a successful currency trader. We have tools that are simple to use but highly accurate, and the purpose of this morning's session is to show you that. We think the most effective way to learn something is to find somebody who's good at it, and we are, and hopefully you can see that by if you've been following us a little bit, and then ask them to teach you. And quickest way to get from point A to point B is find somebody who's good at it and get them to show you. So with that, we're going to go and see what kind of trades we have this morning, and we first need to listen to this guy, and then we'll get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
Our goal is to give you a trading advantage, and we do that. Our program is different. It's a year-long program. We're with you for an entire year. Training will take up to 17 weeks, but you get better with instruction, and we are constantly instructing. So I do 3 live trades a week, one yesterday and this morning and Thursday morning. Every afternoon around 4:15, I also send out a trade setup of a trade that I am taking overnight with a little video on how it was calculated so that you can learn. But the key is learning, constant coaching, and being involved with you. And one of the reasons we do that is because we're so confident in how well our indicators work is that we will let you trade with our money and split what you make. We don't want you to lose the money. That's why we're constantly working with you. If we see you start to draw down the account, we will step in and give some correction. But every morning at 10 a.m. we do a live trade. Most evenings at 10 p.m. we do a live trade. And then again, it is we've got afternoon trade at 6 p.m. and then we've got an advanced member meeting every Wednesday evening and Saturday morning back to the basics, where we're constantly reviewing various trade strategies and taking questions so that you can get better faster. I like to work off of a checklist that helps keep me focused. Checklists have been proven through research to improve performance. And being an old college professor, I like to rely on that when I see a research study that says something works. good habit every day. Restart your green chart. I restarted mine this morning. In fact, it took me a while to reboot my machine. There was a couple things wrong, but anyways, we got it going and we're here. One of the keys to being good is going back and reviewing trades that didn't go the way you wanted at the end of the day. And last night on the overnight trade, we took a trade and excuse me, it didn't go the way we wanted. We ended up getting stopped out on the New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc. The setup was good. I went and looked at the setup, and I don't want to take too much time at looking at the setup. But what I think the issue is that this is a little scalp trade, and we are taking it going into the 5 o'clock hour. 5 o'clock, the trading day changes, and most brokers slow things up between that 5 and 6 o'clock hour as they close out their books. I think because this is a scalp trade and we're taking it going into that 5 o'clock hour, it doesn't work. And what I'm going to do when I have a little time during the week is I'm going to go back and back test it on that trade, taking it at right before 4 o'clock. But I'm thinking that that's what the problem is, because then by the time the market gets back to where it is, you're 3 hours into it, and we're taking a trade off of an hour chart, a little scalp trade for 5 pips, and 3 hours later the signal's changed. So, and if we take a look at it, let's just bring it back. Oops, so we can see it a little bit better. That 3 hours big drop. We got stopped out. It eventually went the direction we wanted, but something happened here where we got that big drop. So I think the issue last night was that that trade doesn't work at that time. Normally, I am trading in the morning, so we're not running into that issue. So that's what I'm going to go back and take a look at and confirm that. But you should be doing that kind of analysis on all of your trades. Why did this trade? Because I know the signal works. I've used it hundreds of times. But it seems the last few times we've done it on that Monday session, or a few times in the last couple months when we've done it on that Monday session, it hasn't worked. So I'm going to go back and figure it out. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action. Our indicators are very good at telling us what direction the market's moving, and it gives us an advantage. And that advantage is enough so that our net winners are going to be more than our losers. However, news does impact currency prices, so we want to know what that news is, and the best place to get that news is forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into 3 components. Yellow, which is low impact, and don't worry about those. Red, which is, yellow, which is medium impact. I don't worry about those, but you can. And red, which is high impact. Those are the things I want to trade around. And this morning on the USD, we've got the consumer price index, a bunch of news on the consumer price index coming up. My rule of thumb is I don't like to trade 2 hours beforehand, as this information is a published number. So this number is known. Somebody has it, and they're just going to release it at this time. People who are connected to people who make that number tend to find out what it is before its official release, and then that starts impacting currency prices. So to avoid not being a person who's on that call list who gets that information and can trade upon it before everybody else, I just ignore it. Bank holiday again in China today. We don't generally trade the yen. So this is what we get to worry about today is the USD. So with that, let us, one more thing here. The trade I'm going to do, we've got a dozen different signals. My favorite signal is this 10-point trade signal. I take it off of a 1-hour chart. When we train you, we will work around your availability to trade and your risk profile. I like to trade just maybe 90 minutes a day. My first trade is that overnight trade that I send out. Starts my day. If both of those hit, then really I only need one more trade to have a good day. I like to be 30 minutes into the chart to give the indicators a chance to form. And on a 1-hour chart, a trade is going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. And my sweet spot's 11 pips. If I can carve out 11 pips 3 times a day, I am making terrific money. And as you see, many of my I am trading an account with over $100,000 in it. So my lot size is generally a 10. So each pip's worth $100. And you'll see a lot of times I've got, 1,000, 1,100, 1,400, like right in that range in terms of profits. So I'm looking to get in and out of a trade within 1 to 3 hours. And on this trade, the strategy is kind of simple. I just want the lines from all 3 sections of the chart to line up. And if I can get that to happen, I have a high probability trade. Chart we're going to trade off of this morning is the Light 6 Major. It's one of the standard charts. It is a composite chart. It's showing us 6 different currency pairs. On this first chart, they're all US-based pairs. And what I am looking for are situations where I'm going to start in the middle of the chart. This section is what we call the majors and the minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. Horizontal blue line is the overbought line. I am looking for situations where the lines are overbought and pointing down, or oversold and pointing up. And when I'm oversold, that's a good time to buy. When I'm overbought, that's a good time to sell. So ideally, right now on the Australian dollar, US dollar, we are just reaching overbought and everybody's going up. Can I get 10 pips off of something like this? Yes, I can, but it's just not part of my trade strategy. I don't know how much more is up in the move, and I don't want to get caught taking up a buy when we're overbought, and at some point it's going to turn. So we're going to pass. Euro USD, we're reaching overbought. Everybody's going up. Looks like it's starting to run out of gas here. Major indicator, even though it's going up, we've got a kink in the line where it's going from more steep to less steep. So again, a pass. Pound USD, overbought. Everybody's going down. And I've got what I call a double cross, where the red line is crossed over the green and the black line is crossed over the gray. So those are the 3 things I'm looking for. 1, we're overbought. 2, we're all coming down. And 3, I've got this double cross. A couple plus items. I like the steepness of the green line. It's greater than 45 degrees. A negative item is I don't like that the green line is so far gapped before entering the channel. I prefer it to be a little closer. But I do have all 3 points here. When I have all 3, I jump up to my TNTs. There are 4 lines up here. Each is measuring something at a different speed. With the thin orange being the fastest. So the two orange lines are, excuse me, two orange lines going down, supporting the sell signal I see here. Thick blue, the blue lines are inversely related. So when blue goes up, that means sell. Dotted blue coming down, that means buy. So blue lines going up, so that's telling me sell. So 3 of the 4 lines are telling me sell. That's what I need. I need at least 3 of the 4, if not all 4. So I've got the pass test here. I'm going to jump down to my pressure. I want the pressure lines either pointing down, which they're not. We've got a buy pressure, or the red line on top. And red line isn't quite on top yet. So I had this part of the test. I had this part of the test, but I didn't have this, so I'm going to pass. Now, we were going to pass anyways because there's that news on the USD. But part of what I want to do here is show you how to identify the setup. So we almost have the setup here. Dollar, Canadian dollar, we get sideways pressure here. Red lines going down, green lines going up, black lines going down, gray lines going up. So sideways pressure, nothing there. Dollar, Swiss franc, the majors and minors are going in different direction. Majors are going up, overbought going up. Minors are in the channel going down, so nothing there. Dollar, dollar yen, oversold, majors going down, minors are going sideways, so nothing there. So I've cloned this chart. We've got six new charts that are non-US based. So let's see what we've got here. Euro pound, oversold, everybody's going up, double cross, so 3 points here. As with what we saw on the pound dollar, green lines get okay steepness on it. It's greater than 45 degrees, but we got a big gap between the end of the green line and entering the channel. So that's the one negative. But I do have 3 points here. 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down, or thick blue coming down. So 3 of the 4 here. Down pressure. The green is just about to cross over the red, but hasn't quite yet. So this is a little further along than that other, than the pound dollar or dollar pound, pound dollar, yeah. So not quite. Australian dollar yen oversold going down, so nothing there. Euro Canadian dollar. We never really got, majors never really got oversold. They just touched, they're going up. We do have the double cross, but I don't like trades where I generally pass if it's past the halfway mark. And the green line is past the halfway mark. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, oversold going down. So we're going to pass. Pound yen, overbought, everybody's going down, double cross, so 3 points here. Good steepness on the green line, slope of the green line. Again, we've got that gap between where the end of the green line is and the overbought line. 2 orange lines going down, thick blue going up, so 3 of the 4 here. And we do have red on top. We do have red on top. So a point here, 3 points here, 3 points here. And the green line is, the lines are diverging. So that's a plus. They're spreading apart. So telling me it's about to go down. All right, so I like this. When I have the setup, the next thing I like to do is confirm the setup. And I confirm the setup by looking at a full chart. And so this is what we were just looking at. What I want is on the 2-hour chart. So this chart is showing me multiple time frames. So 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, 8 hour, 12 hour day chart. On the 2 and the 4, I want to be overbought. And I am overbought. The lines are coming down. They don't need to be coming down. I just want them overbought. This itself is a good signal to trade off of. And also on the 4 hour, overbought, everybody's coming down. So I want overbought on both of these. They don't necessarily need to be coming down, but they are. So I'm happy with this. So I've got the second piece, my confirmation. Now on this trade, on some trades, we've already got a predetermined take profit. This trade, you've got to figure out what the take profit is. And on this trade, we want to look at where the support and resistance lines are. Support and resistance lines are where the candles seem to naturally stop. So you can see like they're stopping in here, stopping in here, stopping in here, here. I want to trade around those support and resistance lines. And we can see here, I've got most of the lines drawn in because I regularly trade this. I'm going to drop one more line in here. Usually I like to have multiple spots to draw the line. Because my goal is to get in and get out quickly, I want to know where these stopping spots are, because I don't want to trade through them, because you can see trading through them here, it took a while before it broke and went down. I want to, and here, again, it bounced and then ended up going up. So I want to see where we are and what the trend is. So we're trading into an uptrend. So we're trading against the trend. When I am trading with the trend, I'm going to take more pips than when I'm trading against the trend. So if I'm trading against the trend, if we're trading into an uptrend and I'm taking a sell trade, you know, I don't want to get stuck where it keeps going up and I end up getting stopped out. So I'm going to take less pips. I'm going to try to squeeze off a few less pips to get the down signal that I'm seeing. So here I want to know how much room that I have to the next line. So it is, so we've got 30 pips. Now these lines tend to be about 30, 40 pips apart. And to one of the wicks here, we've got about 13 pips. And then up to this spot, we've got, come on, we've got 5 pips up. Now, the only thing I don't like here is the candle. The candle has broken this line on this hour. I prefer it to be within this channel, the candle to have started within the channel. So this is the only thing I quite don't like. We're going to go ahead and take a sell. You can take it in your simulator. This is a demo account. I am going to, my lot size is going to be a function of how much is in the account. Generally, you can move your decimal place over 4 spots. So if I move this over 4 spots, it's 1.009. So I can take anywhere from half of that to double that. I am going to take double it. So I'm going to click New Order. And I am going to go to 2.09. So 2.09 is going to be 18. 2.09 0.18. It's going to be my lot size, market execution sell. I'm going to right click on this. I'm going to go to modify or delete. I am going to take 13 pips. I'm going to try to go to this wick right here. 13 pips is 130 points. I just add an extra 0. I click on the blue button. It does the math for me, and I'm going to use a 3.5 to 1 versus a 3 to 1 because the yen is a little more volatile. So 3.5 to 1 if we're taking 13 pips. 13 times 3.5 is 45 and a half. 45 and a half pips. 45 and a half pips. It's going to be 455 points. I click the little red button. It does the math for me. I go to modify, and it drops the take profit and stop loss in. I like to make sure I can see both, and you can see the red line is still touching here. I think there's more movement in this. There's more movement in this based upon our. Let's save this. Based upon what I'm seeing on the 2-hour and the 4-hour. If you want, we could either take a second trade. Probably I was going to take a second trade. I should have halved this. Take a second trade for like 30 pips or 29 pips, or we can take a new order as a pending trade. Keep the same lot size. I'm going to go, instead of market execution, pending order, and we're going to take a sell stop. So we're going to get in at where this right after this take profit. So 189 point. Let's go down a little bit. Say 0.62. So we're going 6 points beyond this. And then we're going to do a take profit of, let me just go back here and take a look. $188,909. 188,909. We're going to go to here. We're going to go a little less than there, 189.9. So let's 189.9. And then the stop loss, is going to be, if we got in at 189.062, that's why I like the thing that calculated. I'm going to just leave the stop loss off, and if it executes, I'm going to go in and add it because I don't want to do the math while you're all sitting there. I'm just going to get the trade. Why didn't it execute right? So we're going to get in at 189.062. Oh, 188. That's why. 188. 188.90. So it knows if you're putting it in wrong. So what I'm doing is, right after this first trade closes, if it keeps going, I'm going to execute a second trade because I like the signal. I like the signal here. So on the 2-hour chart, it's going down. On the 4-hour chart, it's going down. So this is going to be a bigger down move, so I could have taken two trades. I could have taken 2 trades, but since I took the 1 trade for the bigger amount, had I taken it at the 1.09, I could have taken 2 trades, one for the 13 pips and one for the longer move to the end. But 2 ways to skin a cat, so that's what we did. So we've taken a sell on the Great Britain pound JPY with a take profit of 189.068, 189.068, and a stop loss of 189.679. And then we took a pending sell stop with an entry of 188.9, entry of 188.9, and an entry of 188. I'm sorry. The entry is 189.062. 189.062. Here's the entry. Here's the take profit. We still need to add the stop loss there. I'll do that once it's executed. If the signal changes, if this changes, if this gets to oversold and starts to turn, and this second trade hasn't executed yet, just delete the trade by clicking the X here. Just delete the trade by clicking the X here. Okay, gang, that's it. I am so honored that you could join me this morning. If you want to learn to trade, we can teach you. We're very, very good at that. Get into our trial. If you want to speak to me, the best way to get a hold of me is to just schedule some time. And you can schedule some time by going to forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. forexsmarttrade/schedule. We're here to serve. Have a terrific rest of your day, and we'll see you tonight when I send out the overnight trade. All right. Thanks so much. Until we talk again. Bye-bye.